call roll.
Mayor Querem.
Here.
Commissioner Warren.
Here.
Commissioner Mabry.
Here.
Commissioner Fabia.
Here.
Commissioner Newman.
Here. Please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Start out with any public comment. Just need your name.
Scott Mashik. Mr. Mayor, Council, Harry, citizens here in Princeton, my name is Scott Mashik. I'm also known as a mailman. The Postal Service and the union, I wear a number of hats. The one I'm most proud of is one I represent tonight, and that is the food drive coordinator for the National Association of Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive. Since 1999, I've been the coordinator here in Princeton and the surrounding areas. We've been doing this for 24 years. Princeton, we've been doing it for 25. We've been doing it the extra year in Princeton because in the pilot year for the food drive, Princeton was one of the 200 communities within the United States that took part in that initial drive. We've been doing it for 25 years since. Since its inception, nationwide, we have collected 1.4 billion, with a B, pounds of food has been redirected, redistributed amongst the communities it's collected in. Here in 2013, we were recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest one-day food drive in the world. Here in Princeton, I've been the coordinator since 1999. During that time, we've collected and delivered 144,000 plus pounds of food to the local pantry. The total keeps going up every year because the need keeps going up every year. Last year, we collected 15,665 pounds. That made an average for our benchmark of over 3,100 pounds per city route. That places number one in the district, number one in the state and region, and the top 10% in the nation. And we're to continue to do that this year. On May 14th is our food drive day. That's 2 Saturdays from now. During the week prior to that, 2 things are going to happen at your mailboxes. One, you're going to get one of these cards. It's a reminder card that tells you what you can give. 2, Sullivan stepped up for us and gave us a bag. So you're going to get a Sullivan's bag in your mailbox. Don't throw it away. Fill them up. On Wednesday, between 10 and 10:30, Dave Mead and I will be on the Tommy Rose radio show. Listen to it. You'll learn a lot more than the 3 minutes I'm going to give you here. 1 in 5 children in the United States, 2 in 5 elderly are at risk of malnutrition due to the lack of food in their households. Those are the real numbers in this nation. We do what we can to fix that. We're the stopgap drive for the food pantries. November, December, all the way up to Easter, you've got the holiday givings to the pantry, and it's an uphill climb from there. During this period, the kids are out of school, they don't get their hot meal at lunch, they lack the breakfast. We try to pick up that. We are the stopgap drive because we help keep those shelves full between now and the fall. Last year it took almost 16,000 pounds to do that. We hope to do that this year. I come before you to give you that information, and I ask for 2 things. Because everybody in this room has to talk to their friends, neighbors, and loved ones, and make sure they talk to their friends, neighbors, and loved ones. So let them know that on Saturday, May 14th, the rural routers and the city carriers will be out picking up your donations. We do that on top of our regular routes. We do this because we donate our time, and there are a lot of people that donate their time in this. And we do this mostly by word of mouth. I'll be on the radio. I'm here. I'll be in the paper twice before that Friday's paper on the food drive. I do have one other request. We need everybody to go ahead and put your heads together. I'm the coordinator. I put all this together. I'm short 2 pickup trucks. I'm going to need to find 2 volunteers at least 2 volunteers with pickup trucks want to give up part of their day on that Saturday to help get the food from the carriers, staging areas, and the trucks to the pantry. Because when you're dealing with 7 tons of food, a constant flow to the pantry is important. Because all the volunteers in the world don't do us a whole lot of good if we don't get the food to them. That is all I've got. I appreciate the time.
Scott, how do you spell your last name?
Maschek.
Thank you.
And with that, I have the proclamation to read. The Letter Carriers Food Drive Day, May 14th, 2016. Every year on the second Saturday in May, letter carriers across the country collect non-perishable food as part of the nation's largest one-day food drive, distributing the donations to local food banks. The Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger food drive is just one example of how letter carriers work to make a difference in the lives of those they serve. Since the pilot drive was held in 1991, more than 1 billion pounds of food has been collected. We would like to recognize all letter carriers for their hard work and their commitment to their communities. All of the food collected in our community stays in our community, and we support carriers' efforts to help those in need in our community. Now, therefore, we, the City Council of the City of Princeton, by the authority vested in us, do hereby proclaim Saturday, May 14, 2016, as Letter Carriers Food Drive Day in the city and county and the county of Bureau, and encourage the citizens of our community to support the food drive by placing non-perishable food items in the mailbox on Food Drive Day. Your letter carrier will pick it up while delivering the mail. Together, we can all help those in need. So thank you, Scott, and thank you to all postal workers.
Scott, if you want to pick this up, you don't have to stick around for the rest of the meeting. You can pick this up and take it with you. Scared. Thanks, Scott.
And I'm going to move up also another proclamation to read. Healthcare organizations are dedicated to providing high-quality care for their communities. Each member of the healthcare team, nurses, allied health professionals, support staff, financial services, administration, physicians, and volunteers, serve as a vital component in providing the very best care and customer service available. These individuals' contributions not only enhance, but reinforce the well-being of communities throughout Bureau County. The citizens of the City of Princeton wish to express their thanks and appreciation to Mary Memorial Hospital's healthcare workers and all public and private healthcare workers servicing this area for their unwavering commitment and contributions at work and in their communities. Now, therefore, I, Joel Carrera, Mayor of the City of Princeton, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, May 10th, 2016, as Healthcare Worker Appreciation Day in the City of Princeton. And I urge all citizens to recognize the efforts, dedication, and the many contributions of healthcare workers. Dated the second day of May, 2016.
Actually, you're taller. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do we have any other further public comment? Any other public comment? we'll go to Commissioner Newman for approval of minutes.
Thank you, Mayor. I move that we approve the minutes from our regular council meeting on Monday, April 18th, 2016, as well as for the special council meeting on Monday, April 25th, 2016.
I second.
Motion's been seconded. Any corrections? Call roll.
Commissioner Warren.
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry.
Aye.
Commissioner Fabia.
Aye.
Commissioner Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye. I'll go to invoices, and we'll start with Commissioner Newman.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight I've got the invoices for Public Affairs and the Department of Accounts and Finances. The Planning Department is $8,104.83. Administration is $23,114.17. Self-insurance is $122,729.33. Economic Development, no expenses this month. Tourism, $607.13. Property Department is $24,309.30. No expenses in Community Development. Total invoices for Public Affairs and the Department of Accounts and Finances is $178,864.76. I have reviewed these bills, find them to be true and accurate, and move that they be paid.
Second.
Motion's been seconded. Any comments or corrections? Call roll.
Commissioner Warren.
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry.
Aye.
Commissioner Fabia.
Aye.
Commissioner Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye. I'll go to Commissioner Mabry.
Thank you, Mayor Querem. This evening I have the bills and payrolls for the Department of Streets and Public Improvements as follows. The Street Department, a total of $37,115.43. Motor fuel tax of $4,348.50. Wastewater collection of $43,131.51. Wastewater treatment of $5,151.57. Wastewater administration of $87,486.26. Cemetery Department, $13,981.67. And garbage expenditures of $13,317.46. For a grand total of $204,532.40. Mayor Querem, I've examined the bills and payroll, time to be true and correct, and request payment be made.
Second. Motion's been seconded. Any comments or corrections? Call roll.
Commissioner Warren.
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry.
Aye.
Commissioner Fabia.
Aye.
Commissioner Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye. And we'll go to Commissioner Fabia.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the bills for public health, safety, and civil defense. For the police department, I have $68,333.95. For the fire ambulance department, I have $46,767.65. For a total invoice of $115,101.60. I have read these bills. I believe them to be true and accurate, and I move they be paid.
Second. Motion's been seconded. Any comments or corrections? Call roll.
Commissioner Warren.
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry.
Aye.
Commissioner Fabia.
Aye.
Commissioner Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye. We'll go to Commissioner Warren.
Thank you. Tonight I've got the bills and payroll of public properties and utilities. Electric department total of $1,000. Electric generation of $95,904.69. Electric distribution of $74,374.49. Electric administration of $20,513.46. Telecommunications of $1,964.24. Water treatment of $55,655.45. Water distribution of $10,605.41. Water administration of $290,753.78. For a grand total of $550,771.52. I've examined these bills, believe them to be true and correct, and move that we pay them.
I'll second that.
Motion's been seconded. Comments, corrections? Call roll.
Commissioner Warren.
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry.
Aye.
Commissioner Fabia.
Aye.
Commissioner Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye. Thank you, Commissioners. Now go to regular business, and slim pickings tonight. We'll go right to the city manager report.
I have no report. Thank you.
Okay, I've got two board appointments. I'll entertain a motion to appoint Dana Fine to the Owen Lovejoy Homestead Board of Trustees.
Mayor, I make a motion that we appoint said person to the Homestead Board of Trustees.
Second.
Motion's been seconded. Any comment? Call roll.
Commissioner Warren.
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry.
Aye.
Commissioner Fabia.
Aye.
Commissioner Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye. And I'm also have to appoint John Brandt to the Administrative Adjudication Hearing Officer.
Mayor, I move that we appoint John Brandt to the officer, for the hearing officer for administrative adjudication.
Second.
Motion's been second. Comment?
Yes, I would like to say my vote does not reflect in any way on Mr. Brandt, but solely on my principles, integrity, and my belief the proper steps were not followed in this process, so I will be voting no.
How were they not followed properly?
I believe that there was talk that should not have been going on, should have been held for an open meeting. I believe promises were made that were not kept. There are some things that I do not agree with in this process.
Well, what promises were made? And I don't understand the improper communication.
Discussing the vote before, you knew the result of the vote before it came to an open meeting. This should be discussed at an open meeting. It should not be discussed behind closed doors.
Well, I don't think it wasn't discussed behind closed doors. I made an appointment for Terry Madsen to be the administrative adjudication hearing officer. That appointment was made, and then it turned out that the support was not there. It felt that to avoid embarrassment to Mr. Madsen, that we pull the vote because the votes were not going to be there. And that's why we moved to appoint John Graham.
And how did we know the votes were not there if it was not discussed in an open meeting?
I talked to commissioners one-on-one. I could do that.
I believe that Mr. Brandt also, when in discussion, the fact that Mr. Madsen's name was brought up, and I don't believe it should have been.
Well, the whole idea was that I appointed Terry to the position. He had my vote. He was my appointee. But when it was clear that he did not have the votes to again, avoid embarrassment, the decision was made to pull that appointment. Seemed like the right thing to do. And so here we are.
He was asked to resign his position from the library on promise that he would be appointed.
That is incorrect. It did not occur. Who did that? Who are you saying did that?
It was in the letter that Terry Madsen sent to all of us.
Well, Terry Madsen would have been incorrect if that was his assertion. I did not ask him to resign for this, in order for him to fill this position.
Those, like I said, they are my beliefs.
Any other comment? Call roll.
Commissioner Warren?
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Fabia?
No.
Commissioner Newman?
Aye.
Mayor Querem?
Aye. And we'll go to any old business. Any new business? Any public comment? We'll entertain a motion to adjourn to our next meeting.
I move that we adjourn to the next regular meeting on Monday, May 14th, 2016, at 7 p.m. here in City Hall.
Second.
Motion's been seconded. Call roll.
Commissioner Warren?
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Fabia?
Aye.
Commissioner Newman?
Aye.
Mayor Querem?
Aye. And this meeting is adjourned.